This is a video put together for accounting students to review before their accounting class. One thing to keep in mind is that students generally view accounting as one of their more difficult business courses. Students tend to be overwhelmed by the new theories and concepts that they encounter in an accounting course. Some study techniques for accounting: believe it or not, read the information given in the course syllabus. The course syllabus will help guide you through the process. Preview your textbook by reading the introduction, table of contents, check the syllabus to see what chapters are being assigned and which are not being used. If available, a study guide can be a wise investment. You can always set goals for this class and develop a means for accomplishing them, and we're going to discuss the ways to accomplish your goals. There are 10 basic tips. There are 10 basic tips for succeeding in your accounting course. 1. Don't procrastinate. Do not wait to the last minute to review your book, to review your syllabus, to do the homework problems. You want to do these things right away. You want to make sure you are on top of everything. Procrastination makes everything harder. Setting a schedule and a task list for yourself will help you manage time and keep on track. Look over the syllabus and textbook. It is important to know what you are getting into. Pay attention to what subjects you will be discussing over the course of the semester and review your chapters before class. Attend class. It is difficult to learn if you aren't present. Professors often give examples and point out questions that will be on exams. Be an active participant in your learning. Take responsibility for your actions and your learning. If you do not know something, ask. Do not expect the professor to have ESP and read your mind if you are struggling. Read before class. Complete your assignments before class. It is hard to understand the material that the professor discusses if you have not completed the homework prior to class. Read the material before the professor's lecture. This will enable you to ask questions on material you didn't understand and to clarify any new concepts. Reading beforehand also allows you to participate in class discussions over the day's topics, this reinforcing your understanding of the material. Take strong notes. Pay attention to recurring information, illustrate concepts or ideas, and make sure that you organize your notes. This will help you greatly on exams. Listen attentively and take notes, copying down any examples the professor has written on the board. Revise regularly. Complete all homework assignments and be sure to go back and make corrections. If you are struggling, talk to your professor or another classmate. Make sure you get the correct information and review it until you know it. Don't just memorize it. You want to review your information soon after lecture and edit your notes. You need not rewrite your notes. Rather, you should look for important ideas and relationships among major topics. Summarize these in the margin, and at this time you may want to add or outline your notes. As you review your notes, if any questions come to mind in the material covered, make a note so that you can ask your professor specific questions and seek help early. Practice exercises. Complete practice exercises to gain a better understanding of the material. There are many practice exercises in your book online that you can use. Try doing some of them on your own without the aid of a peer or an answer key. This will help you learn the information and process. Practice, practice, practice. Staying on track. Stay focused and on track. It is difficult to catch up if you're always falling behind. If you have problems or questions, speak to your professor. And then relate the things that you learn to everyday life. This makes it easier for you to remember things, especially if you're thinking outside of the accounting text or classroom realm. Recognize the purpose of solving the problems. They serve to test your knowledge of the underlying concepts. Don't get so lost in details of problem solving that you overlook the concepts. Also approach the problem with the idea that you are solving them for your benefit rather than for the professor's benefit. Review cases, questions, exercises, and problems at the end of the chapter. Solve additional problems in areas of greater difficulty. And if possible, form a study group with the classmates. Study groups are very effective learning difficult material Going over each other's notes and discussing concepts will further aid in their understanding of the material. Reading the textbook. Yes, reading the textbook is very beneficial. Get into the accounting mindset that this subject is very technical and logical. Read the textbooks so that you can understand the why. It's not always about the how, sometimes it's about the why. Once you know the why and the hows of things, reworking difficult problems until you understand them. Novels are meant to be read from beginning to end. Accounting textbooks are not. They are useful pieces of information. They're resources. So keep that in mind. Read your textbook and look for it as information, not as a novel. We're not in Kansas anymore. In a history class, if you know 90% of the information about each presidency, war, historical movement, etc., then you'll probably be fine. In accounting, you often have to know how to finish the problem. Sorry to disappoint you, but accounting isn't exactly like math. But wait, currency doesn't come in negative denominations. So develop a sense of curiosity. Monitor your learning, take notes, and tape record the class lectures if needed. One thing to keep in mind is that in math, the rules tend to be absolute. In accounting, many of the rules have exceptions, and often the final answer. For example, a recommendation to a company depends a great deal on the context of the problem. So keep this in mind when you're working on problems. Developing a sense of curiosity. There are many rules in accounting which seem at first to be either contradictory or counterintuitive, or both. Try to figure out why the rule exists and talk to other people about it. The really good students treat accounting as one big puzzle game which they expect to win. Completing homework or problems. Read the problem. Read it completely. Work the problem. Try to complete the problem without assistance from the text. If you are struggling, look back at the chapter. Do not do this until you have attempted the problem 3 times. Constantly checking the book takes time, and it makes it harder for you to learn the material. Keep up with assignments. Remember we talked about do not procrastinate? Stay on track. It is difficult to catch back up or understand what is going on if you keep putting it off. Check your work. Use the text to check your work. Come with questions. Developing curiosity, we mentioned that. Come to class with questions on problems. Be prepared to ask for help. There are some great accounting websites and other resources that are available to you, but you need to make use of these things often and early. Some of these websites are very effective in giving you different skills. 1, how to study accounting. This has a variety of subject areas developed upon the textbook accounting textbooks. How to study accounting is its many links to accounting study skills, including acronyms and calculators, which can be helpful knowing terms and technology processes. The Course Hero, Study Skills, Accounting Homework Help. Great work with study guides for references in different areas when it comes to accounting, and they break it down for you. The Accounting Coach. What's nice about this one, it breaks things down by bookkeeping, financial, and managerial questions you might have. You can test yourself. There's questions and answers. There's a variety of information for you. Check these out. Tutoring is also available. At UND itself, there are various areas on campus that has tutoring. And there's even online tutoring for accounting through Smart Thinking in Blackboard. So keep this in mind. These are available to you to make use of. The earlier you make use of them, the more you try them, the easier they're going to be able to be used when you really, really need them. Believe it or not, your instructor is a great resource. They know areas of places you can get help. And fellow classmates can also be very effective. I hope you enjoyed this piece of accounting study tips to get you started and get you a little motivated. If you ever have any questions and want any help, please visit the Student Success Center in the second floor of the Memorial Union. There's always somebody there that's going to be able to help you out with some kind of study strategies that would be effective. Thank you.